It's time for good and bad news.
Hit me.
Time magazine has called Detroit one of the greatest places. Yeah, that's like the same way my dad will say one of the a restaurant's one of the greatest restaurants. It's cheap and has tons of parking.
Probably don't even have tons of parking. At least not nowhere you would want to park. You know what? Like that ironic shit like that people do. For one, I mean it's
What ironic shit.
when magazines do that, like, best places or whatever, they did that and like Cleveland popped up on some list for
It's the best gentrified areas.
Well,
of
and
Detroit.
on top of that, since everything is internet and algorithm, you're just going for clicks. So if you have an outrageous title like that, it'll make people click. It'll stir up a shitstorm. You'll give an underdog city like Detroit, like, hey, yeah.
Just say my joke wasn't funny, John. That's all you got to say. You don't have to go into a...
I thought we were doing good and bad, audience.
It's good and bad news.
Turns out Gabe here is monologuing his jokes here and trying to make them work on his podcast. He's double dipping, ladies.
The episode was for you.
Think it's going in your vag and he's putting it in your ass, and then he asks you to suck it. It gets mad when you don't. That's what he just did to me. And yes, I just did another sex analogy. Good or bad? Let's keep going.
Albuquerque,
New Mexico.
is putting up statues of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad.
Are they doing the pizza on the roof thing too? They gotta do that.
Yeah, they're getting. They're made by the same guy who made the Peter Griffin statue for Rhode Island.
I did not know there was a Peter Griffin statue.
There's not.
Oh, Jesus.
So you've heard that one already, I guess.
No, this is all new to my virgin ears. That's got to be the equivalent of the Cleveland sign, like something that's cool but kind of pathetic.
Study shows, John.
Study show, John.
Study shows that young people shouldn't drink alcohol, but it could be beneficial for people over 40. Yeah, in other news, young people probably shouldn't also take blood thinners or Viagra, but we do it anyway.
I'm not young. Yeah, dude. Have you ever taken Viagra?
No.
Seriously?
No.
I've taken it like a couple times. Well, it's one of those things to where like if you don't need it, it does you.
Right.
But I got like the side effects. Like the first time I took it, like I had
just the blood going everywhere.
Mad sinus pressure. Then the second time I just had to shit really bad. But the thing I always tell people to remind themselves, if you take fucking Viagra or Cialis or any of that, remember that these were all heart medications that just so happened to get people's dick hard. So when you are taking that, remember you're just taking a bootleg heart pill.
Good news, John. Bookstores are doing really well due to increased diversity in ownership and therefore increased diversity in book recommendations. Mm-hmm. More good news. Now I know what books to burn.
There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of book banning going on right now.
Good. I'm kidding.
If you could ban a book, which one would you ban?
If I could ban, I mean, I inherently I just don't agree with the concept.
Yeah.
But if I could ban
But Dictator for a day.
Dictator for a day, ban any book. Probably some like fad diet book.
Yeah.
Or like some shitty cookbook.
Yeah.
Just like something that's like you're not actually trying to help.
Yeah. I'll ban the phone book. We're all on the internet. Grow up. How many trees had to get cut down for this thing to go inside the bottom of a dumpster?
The woman who accused Emmett Till. She's been in the news a lot recently. I still don't know her name because I don't care to learn that bitch's name. But in her memoir...
What if that was her, like, Eastern European name? Das Beach!
In her memoir, she says she never wanted Emmett Till to die. Even in the transcript of the night that her brothers were beating him up, she said, "No, please, stop." What a fucking bitch.
If only he really raped her, she could have said that for real.
Easy now.
And that was a callback to the rape joke that we never should do. No, so I just saw a thing. They were showing how
save yourself here, John.
They found this guy. He's 90s or I think 100, but he was a
the Nazi, yeah.
And they were pointing this out. They're like, if we could still hunt these people down and take them to jail, then this bitch needs to go to jail.
Fair enough. No, I was talking to Flem about it, and Flem asked me because my family's Jewish.
Yeah.
It's like, he was like, how do you feel about the Nazi? And I was like, yeah, fuck him. Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was a fucking Nazi.
Yeah.
Go to jail. And he's like, well, that's how he feels about the Emmett Till lady.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is like, do they even remember committing the crime? Probably. But
well, just because you don't remember it doesn't mean that. Because I forget what that's called, but there's a certain
date rape.
It's not a date if she paid.
Whoa.
There's a certain rule in law that even if you didn't know that it was against the law, that doesn't get you off. The same as if you
Sir, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Back to the rape thing that we shouldn't be talking about so much. But I was having this conversation with a young lady because, unfortunately, if you talk to women, unfortunately, most, if not all, the women I know have had some type of sexual assault in their life, unfortunately, or at the very least, just a very, very, very creepy thing. Now, here's the thing. Since that's so prevalent, since damn near every woman has had that, that means there's that's not one guy doing it.
Right.
There's
a lot of guys that don't know.
But guess what? Yeah, it's a lot of guys who don't even know, who don't even look at themselves as being they was just the guy. No, sit down. No, no, have a drink.
Yeah.
Why you acting? Why'd you come over here?
Get that
and you just literally bully somebody out of their panties, or it gets to the point to where this person is consenting, or you all have had a number of consenting times, and then it gets to the point to where you're in the middle of it and she doesn't want to, but you keep going.
It's the tea. You ever hear the consent tea story? It's like, I invite you over for tea, and we have tea, and it's great. And then you go home. And then the next time you come over, you're like, well, aren't we going to have tea? And I'm like, well, I don't really want any tea. You're not gonna force me to drink tea, right?
Yeah.
That would be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. But some people insist that you have that too.
Yeah.
So to that point, there's a lot of rapists out there. There's a lot of racist people out there. There's just a lot of another joke I've been working on.
Ass people.
Everybody is the villain in somebody's story. No matter how somewhere, Mr. Rogers, there's somebody who's like that fucking asshole. He used to take my orange juice out of the fucking fridge at PBS Studios every day. I hated him,
Quentin Tarantino reportedly, because he's got a kid now.
Yes.
So Quentin Tarantino says that he watches a lot of Peppa Pig. He said his favorite part is when the pigs call each other piggers.
Do they?
Come on.
Riley had a joke like that. Peppa with the A, not the ER.
Yeah, that's funny.
No, the real joke with Peppa Pig is what kind of fish is that where both our eyes are on that one side?
No, but she's fucked up like that.
Yeah, that's what they are.
All right, I got one more.
They're aquatic.
A retired priest was caught having sex with a vacuum cleaner.
Ooh.
But in his defense, it was an old model, about 8 years old.
8 is pretty old.
For a vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
no restitution to the Dyson company.
All right, that's good and bad news.
You won't stick your dick in a nun, but you'll stick it in a dusty vacuum cleaner.
Well, you're not supposed to stick your dick in a nun.
Have you ever stuck your dick in a vacuum?
No, unfortunately. Thanks for watching that video. If you want to watch more clips from the show, please feel free to. If you want to watch full episodes, those are also available. If you liked me and you just want to see more of my stuff, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload the podcast and clips every week. I upload some sketches. I do stand-up, so there'll be videos of that. I also make short films, so you could watch films, maybe some scenes that I direct every now and again. Every subscriber helps. Every view counts. Thank you so much for watching.